Good morning. Welcome to Saturday morning meditation. We're going to get started with 3 7-line prayer. Organ yogi num jansam pemage sardombola yatsen chogi ngorubne pemajong ne jesurak Kordu kandro mangpokor ketki jesudak druki jinji lok chia sheksu so guru pema city home Organ yogi num jansam pemage sardombola yatsen chogi ngorubne pemajong ne jesurak Kordu kandro mangpokor ketki jesudak druki jinji lok chia sheksu so guru pema city home Organ yogi num jansam pemage sardombola yatsen chogi ngorubne pemajong ne jesudak Kordu kandro mangpokor ketki jesudak druki jinji lok chia sheksu so guru pema city home Organ yogi num jansam pemage sardombola yatsen chogi ngorubne pemajong ne jesudak Kordu kandro mangpokor ketki jesudak druki jinji lok chia sheksu so guru pema city home Okay, so let's take a moment to remember our motivation for being here today and to generate compassion. So our motivation determines the direction of our actions. So it's important to always begin an activity by establishing a compassionate motivation, a pure intention. So we can take a moment to make the wish that what we do here today, our meditation together, will bring immeasurable benefit not only to ourselves, but to all sentient beings. And the meditation that we'll be doing today is from Jetsma's book, Stabilizing the Mind. This is a traditional Buddhist meditation called Shamatha meditation. And the way we'll be doing this meditation today is by focusing on our breath. And there are many ways, many things you could focus on instead of your breath. You can also do this meditation putting your attention on a candle or a flower or an image of the Buddha. And you can do the meditation in the same way, but your attention could be on a visual object instead of your breath, if you want to try that sometime. I personally really like meditating with a candle, meditating on the candle flame. That's one of my favorite ways to do this meditation. But today we'll be meditating on the breath. And the breath is such a wonderful object of meditation because as long as we're still breathing, we have our breath and we can meditate on that. And so, sometimes we want to have things just perfect for our meditation practice, and we want to be in a nice place, and we want to have all our accoutrements, we want to have our nice cushion and this and that, and really all you need is your breath, and we have that. So we're good to go. Anytime, anywhere, you can meditate. So meditation is the natural state of mind when it is relaxed, stable, and open. And this meditation trains our mind to be calm and relaxed while also being alert and wakeful. Hi. And the point of this meditation is to create space in the mind. And creating space in the mind helps us to balance our emotions. This gives us time between action and reaction. And this little bit of space that we can open up in the mind, that little bit of space is the first step in the development of bodhicitta, which is the compassionate wish to free all sentient beings from suffering. Sorry, I'm getting over a cold, so I'm a little congested. So we can take a comfortable seat. If you're watching online, you can sit in a chair or you can sit cross-legged on the floor. However you're sitting, just place your hands in your lap, gently relaxed, and check in with your posture. Make sure that your spine is straight. You can imagine a thread going up your spine, up your spinal cord, and out the top of your head. And you can just imagine pulling on that thread just a little bit and straighten your spine. And your shoulders are open, your hands on your lap, and your elbows are slightly out. So you have this lovely space around your rib cage that gives you room to breathe. Having room to breathe is very important. When we collapse in on ourselves, we constrict our breathing. And so we want to make sure that our spine is straight, shoulders are open. We have all this room in our rib cage to breathe. And allowing the breath to flow through our body unobstructedly, going in and out in that way, that helps our experiences and our thoughts and our emotions to also flow through us unobstructedly, so we don't get stuck in our meditation. And then your eyes are going to be open, looking gently down. You can imagine a line following the bridge of your nose and extending down to the floor. And just find a point along that line where it's comfortable to rest your gaze. And then place the tip of your tongue right behind your front teeth. It's like you're saying the letter L. Allow yourself to relax completely and breathe normally. Then put a very light attention on your breathing. You don't try to control it at all. Just breathe in your natural rhythm with the most gossamer thin attention on your breath. It's like taking your pulse. You don't put any pressure on it, just observe it. Your attention is like a feather, gently riding on the surface of your breath. And when thoughts come up, just let them go like bubbles popping on the surface of a pond. Just let them pop. You don't even have to look to see what they are. You don't have to see if it's a good thought or a bad thought. Just drop it. Your meditation is not lost by hearing your thoughts, but by following them down the road. So when you find yourself hooked by a thought and following it along, as soon as you notice it, drop it. Just let it pop and return to your breath. And if it's really difficult for you to dismiss your thoughts, you could imagine picking up, like using tongs to pick up the thought and drop it, or you could visualize cutting the thoughts with scissors and throwing them away. But you always return to your single-pointed concentration, just returning again and again to that gossamer thin attention on your breath. So for this first round, we're going to meditate for 5 minutes, and then we'll take a little break and we'll do a longer sit. Just return again and again to that gossamer thin attention on your breath. Yes, that's our warm-up meditation. So for those who are just starting a meditation practice, or if you are getting back into meditation after a period of time, it's really good to just start with a few minutes, just a couple minutes a day or 5 minutes, uh, whatever feels like a comfortable amount of time for you to start with, not start too big. So I always like starting with just a little 5-minute warm up. Sometimes I feel like it can help to just know that you survive 5 minutes. So, okay, now you can survive 20 or an hour or whatever you made it through. And 20-minute meditation is just 4 5-minute meditations. And, or just beyond that. But just a little bit of meditation can really um, uh, calm the mind. Even just a little bit on a regular basis really calms the mind and has a strong effect. Um, so some days also you may find that it doesn't feel like you're really meditating. You're so distracted and might feel like, boy, was that even meditation? And then some days you'll be much more focused and feel more like meditation. And it's important not to make a story out of whatever your experience was in your meditation session, and not make a story about it was a good day or a bad day, or I'm a good meditator, I'm a bad meditator. It's just there's ebbs and flows, and there's so many things that contribute to what your meditation experience is, from how much sleep you had, if you've eaten, the weather, like if your knees are achy or whatever. Like there's so many things that contribute to our experience that particular day. And it's not your experience on any particular day is not indicative of where you're at in your meditation practice overall, and whether the meditation is helping you. If you want to know whether the meditation is helping you, you can look overall at your mind and your behavior, and are you feeling more spacious in your mind? Are you having more compassion? Are you thinking of others more? Is there space to think of others more in your mind? You start to see your mind open up and relax more overall in your life. So don't judge yourself too harshly for whatever your meditation experience is in the moment. You can just look and see how meditation is affecting your life overall as you keep going, and don't give up. So we'll meditate for a longer session now, and we'll do the same thing. Just going to set a longer timer. Okay. Okay. So we'll sit with our straight back, hands in your lap, eyes are relaxed, gazing downwards. Allow yourself to relax completely and breathe in your natural rhythm. And then put a very light attention on your breathing. Don't try to control it at all. Just breathe as you normally would. And put the most gossamer thin attention on your breath. It's like taking your pulse. You don't put any pressure on it or try to change it in any way. You just observe it. Your attention is like a feather, gently riding on the surface of your breath. Okay. So now just like we dropped our thoughts through our meditation practice, now we're going to drop whatever our experience of meditation was and just drop it. And we'll say some closing prayers and return to our days. Does anyone need a copy of the closing prayers? Do you need a copy? Need a copy? Okay. Put them up on screen. There we go. Throughout my many lives and until this moment, whatever virtue I have accomplished, including the merit generated by this practice and all that I will ever attain, this I offer for the welfare of sentient beings. May sickness, war, famine, and suffering be decreased for every being, while their wisdom and compassion increase in this and every future life. May I clearly perceive all experiences to be as insubstantial as the dream fabric of the night, and instantly awaken to perceive the pure wisdom display in the arising of every phenomenon. May I quickly attain enlightenment in order to work ceaselessly for the liberation of all sentient beings. Buddhas and Bodhisattvas altogether, whatever kind of motivation you have, whatever kind of beneficial action, whatever kind of wishing prayers, whatever kind of omniscience, whatever kind of life accomplishment, whatever kind of benevolent power, and whatever kind of immense wisdom you have, similarly I, who have come in the same way to benefit beings, pray to attain these qualities. By this effort, may all sentient beings be free of suffering. May their minds be filled with the nectar of virtue. In this way, may all causes resulting in suffering be extinguished, and only the light of compassion shine throughout all realms. Okay. Well, thank you.